Hi, this is uh, a short demonstration video about some chanting. I'll do I'm going to first look at the evening bell chant, which is displayed up here right now. I think that's going to be it for this short video. Um, so the evening bell chant. Let me here, you see, that's the chant that I'm going to be talking about, and I'm going to be using some instruments. I just want to show, this is a little bell. This is usually sold as a Tibetan singing bowl. Uh, this one is made in Nepal. Um, and this is a frog rasp. And I'll put in the description to the video, I'll put uh, the, the the names to look for. You can get these. There's a local music store that you can go to. I would recommend that. Or if there's any sort of a weird New Age bookstore near you, or pagan bookstore, or weird independent bookstore that sells uh, uh, stuff like this, you might be able to find that. You can get them on Amazon as well, and you can spend a lot of money on things like this. The ones that I have, the ones that I'm using in this video, cost 10, maybe $15 each at the most. So I would recommend not spending too much money unless you've got a lot of money, and and you can find some really nice ones, which there are really nice ones. I'm going to make myself small now so we can see this better. So first, I'm gonna do this chant once, then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna talk about it a little while, go through some of the details, then probably do it again, and then play a recording of it, um, done by someone who has a much nicer voice than I do. Um, but I want to emphasize that, so this is a chant that anybody can do. Um, it's called the evening bell chant, but that is actually a misnomer. You can do this chant. Well, actually, so it can be done in the morning. You should hit the bell a little differently in the morning if you do it as a morning bell chant. Um, and I'll probably, this is just a dry run video. I'll do another video where a more complete one where I show some of the background information on the evening bell chant. Okay, but first let's just get to it and uh, just start. jong seong bone dan jihe jang bodhi saeng chul weon jung prajñā genon om gara jia sabaha om gara jia sabaha om gara jia sabaha. All right, so let me go through this a little bit. At the beginning, there is what I'm calling here a wooden hit. So often this will be done in a place where there's a wooden floor. And you might, whatever it is that you're using to hit the bell with, you could hit the, so I'm hitting, I've got a wooden kind of table that I'm sitting on at. So you could do that, or you could hit a motok. The point is that the bell sound is symbolizes clarity or cleansing, actually. And one of the things that we're doing with the bell chant is clearing the area that we're in, creating a space for meditation practice. And traditionally, one of the things that's believed to be a good idea is to get all the demons out before you start meditation. And so the bell sound, a metal bell in particular, is supposed to be good at warding off or pushing away demons. And so before hitting the bell, which the demons don't like, the demons, it's very painful. That's why they leave when they hear it. But this is the warning to the demons. So this is out of compassion to the demons. And so whether you believe in demons or not, it's good to believe in compassion. And it's good to practice compassion. And so if you practice compassion towards the demons that you want to go away before you practice meditation, it's a good idea to be in the practice and to be in the habit of being compassionate. If you had the power to make people or beings who are disruptive to your meditation, if you had the power to make them go away, out of compassion, you first give them warning. At the same time, the same sound is an invitation. So if you want to say, if you want to stay, if you want to participate, then you're welcome. Otherwise, we're going to start hitting the bell, and you won't like it if you're here to disrupt. You know, it's a ritual. It serves a purpose of, at the very least, whether you believe in demonic forces or not, it serves the purpose of hitting the mind, waking us up. Bell is a very hard sound to not hear, to ignore. So that's what we're doing at the beginning, giving the demons a warning, and then starting off with our bell. And then we chant, Mun jong seong bonhe dan. Hear, bell, sound, kleśas eliminate. Hear, bell, sound, kleśas, let's see, Mun jong seong. Oh yeah, bonhe. The bonhe is it's a two-syllable word for kleśas or afflictions. These are anything that disturbs or confuses or clouds the mind is a bonhe. And technically, this is the Sino-Korean. These are the Chinese characters up here. This is the Sino-Korean pronunciations being given for each character. And these are the Hangul, the Korean phonetic spelling. And this is just how we pronounce it. You know, what's written big. This is what, if you don't have to know Korean, you don't have to know Chinese, you don't have to have any idea what Sino-Korean means. You can just read this: Mun jong seong bonhe dan. Jihe jang bodhi sang I jiok. Ji hey is let's see. This is Ji is prajñā, He is increase, Jihei, no, Jihei I think is actually prajñā. Jang is increase. Bodhi is bodhi, that is enlightenment, or the mind of enlightenment. Saeng is to thrive, or to live. Jiok. Means to leave or depart, and jiok is literally earth prison, which is one of the ways of saying hell. Chul samge won songbo. Chul samge won songbo. Chul samge is chul is another way of saying leave or depart. Samge, three realms, or three realms, three times. This is in this particular context, I believe that this is best thought of as a another way of saying samsara. So leave samsara behind. We're leaving. So the hell realms are the worst part of samsara. So here we're saying we're leaving the worst part of samsara behind. Here we're saying the three realms that includes even the really nice parts of samsara, which is actually an important thing to emphasize. That samsara isn't always suffering, but samsara always leads to more suffering. One songbo, leaving samsara behind, leaving the hell realms behind, and leaving even the nice parts of samsara behind, we vow to fulfill. No, I should change this. This should be accomplish or become, really. We vow to become Buddha. Oh, we vow to become Buddha. But it doesn't stop there. Why do we vow to become Buddha? In order to save all sentient beings. Do jong seong. Because, well, that's what Mahayana Buddhism is all about. Vow to become Buddha. Why? Because only Buddhas really can save sentient beings. We can have the aspiration, as we should, I think, to help others. But I think if we're honest with ourselves, we see how limited we are in our ability to be of any use to anyone, to put it kind of bluntly. We're lucky if we can, keep from causing suffering for ourselves, let alone alleviate the suffering of others. And then at the end, prajñā jinon. Let's see. Jiok, remember, jiok is over here as well. We left hell behind. Having left hell behind, we're now going to shatter hell. We're going to, because we want to save all sentient beings. We don't want to just be out of hell for ourselves. We want to shatter or destroy pa, jiok. And so this is the mantra for shattering hell. Jinon is the Sino-Korean way of saying mantra, which in the East Asian tradition of China, Japan, Korea, and Vietnam, Jinon, true words, is the way of saying mantra. You may have heard of Shingon in Japanese Buddhism. Shingon is the Japanese pronunciation of that. And then here's the mantra itself: Om Gara Jia Sabaha. Om Gara Jia Sabaha. Now you could go you could go through and try to figure out what do these syllables mean, and they have meaning. No one should ever say that they're meaningless, but we don't. It's usually best not to spend too much energy. There's nothing wrong with trying to have some understanding of what these syllables mean, and good luck with that. But we chant it as a practice. Om Gara Jia Sabaha 3 times. It's always good to say the title of a mantra, prajñā jinon, once, and then recite the mantra 3 times or more. And then at the end, so at the end is where the real bell part of the bell chant comes in. 2 fast hits, followed by 1 slow hit. That's what, which is also at the very beginning of the chant. And then a roll down. Now this is the kind of the somewhat tricky part. It means you start off hitting the bell slowly and fairly loudly, and then you end off hitting the bell very fast, but also very softly. So you start off. And I won't know until I listen to the recording of this how well that turned out, but you know, you do your best. And after you do the roll down, now the roll down, this is what makes the evening bell chant the evening bell chant. There's, if you look at these words, there's no reference to time of day. But when you do this as an evening bell chant, then the roll down of the bell represents the setting sun. And then after you do the roll down, after you finish the roll down, then there's a little pause, and then you do again. And then there's another pause, a little longer, and then you hit the bell 3 times slowly. And then one last one of these. And then there's hit the moktak, or the moktak, or the frog rasp, or whatever you have. And when at this final hit of the moktak, that is the time to bow. So if you're doing this as a practice on your own, you bow. If it's being done by a group, then usually the person who hits the moktak is the moktak person, who is usually different from the bell person. So the bell person is the one hitting the bell. The moktak person is listening, as everyone else is, and then hits the moktak at this point down here, after the final. And you can do this chant on your own anytime. You can do it in the anytime, usually in the morning or in the evening. And there's another much longer chant that you can do that's specifically called the morning bell chant, which is really beautiful. It's also, like I said, much longer, more difficult. The hitting of the bell is much more complicated. If you want to do a simple kind of morning bell chant, you can do this chant, but then at the end, instead of doing a roll down, you can do a roll up, which is the exact opposite. You start off with and that represents the sun coming up. And you can practice this, try to get it. It's a little difficult, not that difficult, but you just have to pay attention. And the important thing is to make sure when you're doing the roll down to start off with nice strong hits, and then at the end to end with very, very soft, fast hits, and then to try to make, as well as you can, some approximation of the transition from loud, strong, slow hits to quick, very quick, soft hits. Try to get something in between that sounds like a transition from one to the other. Very often this chant is done as a solo chant. I'm not a big fan of solo chants. I think I know that there are times, even among groups that do this only as a solo chant, that there are certain ceremonies in which it's done as a group chant. And so I once attended one of these ceremonies where the evening bell chant was done as a group chant, and I thought, oh, this is how it should always be done, as a group. The solo chanting is not so good, in my opinion. It means one person is performing and everyone else is just sitting there listening. At least that's the way I see it. And it's much better to do this as a group chant altogether, if you're doing it with a group. Just my opinion. It's not right or wrong either way, although I think it's better when it's done as a group. It sounds much better, and it feels much better, I think, to do this as a group. Anyway, I do now want to play a recording. This is a beautiful recording. I might have to, let's see, try to get out of slideshow just a second. This is a recording I found of, here it is, Kathy Park, who is a teacher in the Quantum School of Zen. and who has, as I said, a much nicer voice than mine, doing the same chant. Should sound, I mean, it should be recognizably the same chant, but it should also be easily recognizable as better than what I was able to manage. Oops, let me go back here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do it one more time. And so one thing that you'll notice that there's a couple of extra bell hits that are not represented on this here, where I've got the bell hits at the beginning, the wooden hits and the bell hits at the beginning and the bell hits at the end. There are a couple of hits that are within the chant, and I should have that noted on here somewhere. I'll either redo this video or I'll just fix up this slide a little bit so that it shows where those other bell hits are. Let's see whichever is easier. Go back in the slideshow mode here. All right, so now I'm going to do the chant one more time, and that'll be it for this video. jong seong dan jang bodhi chul weon jong saeng prajñā om sabaha om sabaha om Gara jia sabaha Okay, that's it. I hope this video is helpful. And I hope that at least some of you who are watching this learned the evening bell chant, and that it benefits your practice and benefits all beings. Thank you for listening.